Hey, welcome back everybody. It's Shino, and we're back on the Rusty Gears server. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing good. So let's take a look at what old Shino's been up to over the last week or so. Okay, so I have been doing a little bit of just kind of cleaning out in this area. I put my night watcher down. I can't even remember if I remember talking about making the night watcher. I made a night watcher. I actually made two night watchers. I've got one here, and I've been working in an area over here. Somewhere there. I got another one right here. Mainly being there's been some bears have been forming up here, like in this mountain. I don't know why. But anyways, I have been, so I made night watchers. I actually took some over, gave the stuff to Gran so she could make one for herself because she was complaining about all the moaning and groaning outside of her house. Construction on our little village is moving along very well. I think I showed in the last episode I was going to be changing the towers out, and so I've done that. I've been putting a couple of little areas up here. I'm going to slow down my speed here. So I'm working on these towers, and I needed the blue brick, and I can't remember if I showed this or not, but I've got this large area set up here for doing all the different colors. I don't have them all done yet, but the most important ones have been the woad, the blue woad. So I've got another 120 clay there for making the roof areas. This whole area up here has been covered over, so we now have a floor up here. Haven't decided how I'm going to handle this, but for now, step down, and now we're in the area here going from the one tower. We're over the gate. Now go to the other tower, and then we've got this lookout area here that is going to be going to another tower that'll be here, and then I haven't decided. I'd also mentioned I was probably going to put a tower down over here. I don't know if I'm going to or not. We'll play it by ear. I might end up putting a tower in, like right in here someplace, but I don't want to encroach too far over into this area. I know Ape wouldn't mind too much, but I think I'm kind of getting a little beyond my reach, as it were. Anyways, so for the windows, I've got them all done. Now, I actually made these. I found some aged logs in a ruined area, and I harvested them all up, brought them all back, and made the lead, and of course then the glass, and made those all myself. So I didn't have to worry about trying to find a bunch of that stuff. I love the big gate though. That's so nice. Going in and out. So we come in here to the porters. You'll see I've got the porter's residence all kind of finished off. I need to put a little bit of an area here. Don't know if I'm going to do a window. Got to take this down. Just saw that. That looks weird. Then this area goes into the kitchen. Been doing a little more decorating in here. Just kind of put stuff around to make it look more lived in. Whatever you want to call it. Haven't done much else except for just finished off the walls. It's kind of nice. Now I'm working on the lower walls here. And I have cleared out an area for the second of what I'm hoping to be 4 cellars once this is all done. Don't know if we'll get it or not, but just something, you know, if you don't have a goal, then you can't achieve something, right? So there is all of this. There's not much else that's been done over here. You'll see we've got a lot more stone slabs that have been brought over thanks to the gears. Appreciate you guys so much. Told him, I said, yeah, you know, whatever you want to spare, just bring it over here and throw down someplace. No biggie. It's all going to be pretty much for show anyways. But looking pretty good. And then the roofs in here. Yeah, I've been working on these to get kind of the roof lines done and started making the support beams to kind of throw in along here so we can finish this off, make it look a little more complete. I've got a lot more to do here. So this is going to take some time. Not an easy one, you know. So we're going to be working on this. I told you last episode. I think we got pretty much all this done. What I said we'd do is I'd get everything together, and then I'd come back on video with you, and we'll get it all put up. So that's what we're going to be doing in this episode. More resin brought over here. The walnut is going great. Getting lots and lots of walnut. Oak trees is starting, my oak forest is starting to expand a little bit. So that's going to be good. Not really using the oak yet, but when we get into the high capacity leather making, we're definitely going to need that. And then I've been growing and harvesting resin trees, or pine trees, excuse me, and then collecting the resin logs off of them as they show up. I haven't looked through to see if there's any more in here yet, but as I clear out the branches, then I'll go back through and check all the logs, and of course any of my find I've been hauling over and setting up. So doing good there. 862 pine logs, 46 pine seeds, 2,585 sticks, 110 of the oak logs, and I've been putting all of my seeds back out. And then the garden over here has been doing really good. Looks like we are ready to harvest pretty much all of it. Got a little bit of cold damage on the spelt, which is surprising, and on the flax too, and a little bit on the, but not all of them. That's weird. That's strange. But I'm not going to complain. Looks like we're going to have a pretty good harvest here. I'm going to let this spelt grow a little bit longer, and definitely the flax needs to grow a little bit longer too. Okay. Woo. Whirlwind. Oh, and then throw my seeds down here. So I got a lot of flax seeds, built up. And then I've been planting trees over here as I've been finding them. Haven't been clearing off the logs yet. I'm going to let these grow at least another season before we try to propagate any of them. But we've got peach trees here, yellow apple, pink apple, pears growing here. I think that's it. Okay, now I'll say, whoo. Okay. Oh, and then lots of berry bushes. Now, the reason I have so many berry bushes is this is what you actually use for making the pink dye and the purple dye. You can use those. So use those for the pink and the purple. You can use the heather to make the yellow or onions. And then, of course, the woad for that. Green, you can just use normal grass for doing that. So berry bushes there is what I've been using. And berry bushes there is what I've been using to be able to make those colors. Okay, that's woo. Okay. Animal-wise, let's take a look here. I do have one that has gone 100% obedient and allowed me to name it. So that is Gray Ghost. You'll remember that from RG2. We had a Gray Ghost. And then I've got another one here that I'm working on, this one right here. And my daughter goes to Horses of Hope. She does horse therapy. And one of the horses that she has, she's got one that's named Joe, and she's got one that's named Copper. So I'm going to name this one Joe. And once I get this one kind of done, I'll name that Arabian Stallion. Oh, no, it's this one right here. This is going to be Copper right there. That one's going to, no, is it? Nope, that's Joe. This is Joe. That's Joe. Oh, and that's going to be Copper. I got it. Okay. I can't remember what I was going to do with this one, but I'm going to have at least 3 horses over here. It's funny, whenever I'm playing in the living room, I'll be on my laptop and I'll be over here around the horses, and she'll hear the horses make the little neighing sound, and then she'll shake her head from side to side and say, "Neigh." It's so cute. What else we got here? Oh, piggies. Hello, piggy. Okay. And some folks have been building some roads coming through here. Oh, a heavy temporal storm's approaching. Sweet. They've been coming through building roads, and that's because there is a teleporter that is, right down there. And 8-digit has gone through there, and he set up another area down to the south, a little base area for himself there. So he's got a base up north. He's got a base down south there. But then this road has been coming through. So where my workshop's going to be at, of course, the road would be kind of like running right into it. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to finish building off this area. And then we're going to end up connecting this road. We're going to take it and move it back over this direction. Probably take it up through here, and then we'll take it back down this way to connect in onto this road. Kind of take it around this whole area right here. No big deal. It kind of meanders and winds down through here. Oh, this is new. Cool. Didn't even see that one. Let's come over here to Odd Apes. That's cool. I love it when roads go in. I'm not a good road person. I think I've mentioned this. I don't do roads very well. But I appreciate people who do roads very well. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Oh, look at the wall. So No One GHF has been working on this area, and that is looking amazing, might I say. And then I saved 2 areas down here for the engineer's workbench, and I put on there coming soon. So I'm going to build an area in here, and like I mentioned before, I'm going to build an area so that I can sell the items that, you know, the windmill items, the lava seer items, all those kind of things that they're not hard to make, but they're time consuming. And on top of being time consuming, they can kind of be resource and the amount of resources needed could be kind of a grind to kind of get together. So because I'm building a large area and a large industrial area over there, that's going to have, you know, a lot of the hard to get resources all in one place. Because I'm doing that, it should be easier for me then to build that stuff and to set up over here. So I think that'll be appreciated by the community. Like I said, I'll just set that up over there. I'll have areas inside there where people can go in, they can pick up, you know, the large gears, the angled gears, the pulverizers, all that kind of stuff. And then also I'll be doing some large capacity forming of items like pickaxes and shovels, and I'll have that all in there too, so people can just come by and just grab some tools if they need them. Well, let's that's a quick, not a very quick, that was a rundown of the server and where we were from the last episode. Let's head back over to our building area and let's get started on some construction work, shall we? I'll meet you back there. All right, let's get started here. So worked out this monstrosity. Now I can't remember if I changed this before or after the end of last video. I guess I should go back and watch my videos, huh? So what we've got here is we've got 4 windmills generating to a central point. And remember, we're doing gear ratios, so there's 8 teeth on one of these. And there's 42 teeth, I think it's on one of these. So basically it's a like a 5-to-1 rotation on it, right? We don't, you know, right now what we're doing is we're generating a lot more torque to move this. So the resistance to move has been reduced greatly coming down here. And that's what's important, because now when we increase speed, which reduces torque, we're still being able to transfer some of that torque all the way down through here. So when I kick this on, remember right here, that's a 1, you know, that goes around 1 time. That's going to go around 1 time, but it comes down here to the bottom off this small one. And so it's getting sped up a little bit. So we're getting more speed coming down here, but we're also getting more torque. So I've been able to put in, you know, 3 of these. So I should be able to now put in, here we go. Perfect. So now we got 3 helve hammers. So once we get an anvil in there, we'll have 3 helve hammers that are working on the same piece. So perfect. Love that. That's what we wanted there. All right. So we're going to shut this off. Now, I think I remember, and I can't remember if I corrected myself or not, but I said that this doesn't require as much torque, or doesn't require torque at all. Well, it does. Every device requires torque. It just doesn't require as much torque as those do, but it requires torque nonetheless. So if we were to engage this one, and then here, we see we're getting a pretty good spin off of that. Let's go ahead and get, see, I've got these 2. And I've got these 2. So we should be able to do that. There we go. Now we've got our pulverizer going. We're going to have to automate that. You know, we're going to have to get chutes and here we go. Get that hooked up there on the back of it. And I need a wrench. And I need a pickaxe. Holy cow. Get up here. There we go. So now I'll be able to put a chest on top of that, and that'll go into it. And then we'll need to put a hopper down here. Right there, that'll collect. And we'll end up putting a trunk down underneath there. Sweet. Okay, so that part's done. Let's go ahead and turn this off. So transfer of power, now we've got coming to this port. Now we're going to have power being transferred down to here. And I'm going to want, let's get 2 more of those. And we're going to need more angled gears. I thought I made a bunch more of those. And maybe I just used them all up. Okay. So let's get a couple pieces of dirt here. So we're going to need rid of this. That'll work. If I have any more axles, I do. You know, I don't think I want these up that high though. Let's do this. I think that's maybe why I had that one down there. Let's get this kind of. And then we had that one gear right there. Squat down. There we go. Okay. All right, let me get some more. I'm going to get some more angled gears made. I think that's all we're going to need. Just that's going to be the last angled gears there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this power and I'm going to drop it down. And I'm hoping that's going to give me another speed increase. And then we'll come out to the gears here and here like that. And that will be our querns. Right there. Yeah, I am not going to be able to, yeah, so I'm going to have to go and do another one coming out this way. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Got the angled gears. Now I'm curious to see. We got a pretty good wind going right now. That's not bad. So for building wise now, I'll throw these back up in there. And we're going to need to create some planks. And we're going to turn those into slabs. And we're going to orientate those. So space-wise, like right there, in this area, that works good. Can't go any farther that way. Okay. So that will give us access to this area here. I think that'll work. Biggest thing is I want to be able to come over here and to be able to engage with these toggles at a ground level. What happens if I turn everything on at once? Yeah, all operates a little too slow. So I like this because I'm going to be able to control exactly what device. So if I want to turn on the querns, I can flip this one. If I don't want to run the querns, I want to run the pulverizer. I can kick on that one. If I don't want to run anything down this line, I can kick that off, and that way all the power can go this direction. And then we're going to have this area down here is going to have to be at ground level. And I don't really care. You know, the only thing that I'm going to need to get access to really here is going to be like right at this level. And I think that I do want that to be brick. So this area through here will be brick. That's where that helve hammer will be at. And then this area here, do we want to put the, like that? I think so. Can I put that over the top of it? I don't see why not. So I may end up, I think, what I'm thinking is I might put stairs coming in. Do I have some stairs already made? I've got stone stairs. Let's take a look at those. Like that. Come here, you. Gives me access to this area up here. Down. So I'm thinking that this wall may need to move back out. I can leave you there. 1, 2, 3, 4, or it'd be 1, 2, 3, and then there. 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, and there. 1, 2, 3, and there. 2, 3, and there. Yeah, that works. So if we widen this out just a little bit, because I'm thinking maybe instead of having these kind of like tucked away over here, that we just put them right, like right here. Something like that. Or maybe all the way up against the wall right there. And then we'll have this area here that we can just kind of are walking around in. Yeah, I think that'll be better. Because I'll need to put like a fence or something right along here to keep us from kind of falling down into there. We can put these farther in. Like that. I don't think that'll cause a problem. Oh, look at that. It does. Today we learned. Today we learned. Is that okay? That one's not okay. That's okay. I think that'll work. And when we come in, like for example here, we can come in with full blocks here. You know Shino, he likes his levels. That looks good though. That I can make that work. Because really the biggest thing we need to be able to get up here to engage with the levers. Whenever we want to change, what we're doing. where stuff's going. We need to be able to get in here to fill up a crate here. I don't have a chest on me, do I? Nope. We need to do that. We need to have access to this area here. That's going to need to be, it's going to need to be a trap door. I think I got some in here. So we gain access down there to a trunk. And we also have access to be able to turn this stuff on. Woo! Wonder if I can put a second one here. That would be interesting. I'm not going to set these up for auto. This is one of the things I learned a long time ago. If you set it for auto, it's cool. It works fine. You know, I'm probably, when I go to do this, I'm just going to have stuff in here like all the time anyways. I'll just throw stuff in there and just let it grind, and then I'll just come back later and grab it. Like flour, you know, I'm not going to let it, I'm not going to sit here and let it do stack upon stack upon stack of flour. I'll just, or flax, I'll just come in, or whatever, grain. I'll come and grab it as I need it and do it that way. All right, but this is working pretty good. Yep, I'm happy with that. Happy with this. This down to here. Now we're gonna need to, so I had this area going farther out over to here. Yeah, let me think about if I want to move, this over some, because I could, I mean, this is pretty compact. It's pretty tightly, you know, together. I kind of like that. I don't know if I want to spread it out a little bit more. I might use this area for storage. Yeah, I think I'll use that area for storage over on this side. So I'm going to leave it as wide as this is. I'm going to leave it like this. So if I come in here and go 1, 2, 3 there, and then 1, 2, 3 and there, that lines up to there. So this is how wide the building will be. I can make that work. Yeah, I can make that work. I'll probably put another little workshop down here. And who knows, maybe I'll build a water mill. Ooh, that might be good too. But I will need an area. I was just thinking about that. I'm gonna need an area for the cementation furnaces. Those will need to be in here. And area for the bloomeries too. So yeah, this area will definitely be used. Okay. Let me do a little bit of building in this area, and then we'll come back. Hey, looky here. I came through here and I forgot to mention this. So like I said, a lot of the gears have been bringing over stone and everything. So I found this medium stone slab, 33 andesite sitting in here. And then a whole bunch of this also, and a note. So we're going to check this out. And it says, Shino just wanted to say thanks for the help getting the gold together for the angel belt. I am clearing terrain at spawn, so here's a chest of andesite. Not much, but I know you needed it for your build. So that was from Sid. So thank you very much, Sid. I had seen this earlier and had mentioned it to him and told him thank you. And I just wanted to show it on camera too. Because it's really nice being part of a community that works together. For doing stuff. So you'll remember from I think last video, Sid had showed up to look at that, and I gave him some gold for it, and he wasn't sure how much more he needed. Well, he needed more than what I gave him. I think I gave him enough for almost a plate. So I went in and I went looking for more gold, found quite a bit, and actually I'm back up now to 148. So I can make several more. 7 more ingots So at least 3 more plates. So yeah, so I'm building up my gold reserves here pretty quick. That was something that so I've been sharing. So I made a plate for the Night Watcher for Gran, and then I gave Sid some more gold the other day, so he was able to make his angel belt. So cool. You know, we talked about he was talking about in his video where he said, you know, Shino's bragging about his angel belt. And it's true. It's, you know, exactly what he said is that, you know, it's kind of like the Elytra on the Hermitcraft server. After just a few days, you know, they've already defeated the dragon, and they have Elytra. So something that's supposed to be in game becomes like early game to us. And I do the same thing with the angel belt. The angel belt is something that, you know, when I need to do stuff, I don't have a lot of hours in a week to work on videos and stuff. So if I'm going to go on, I'm going to work on a project, and I got to go out searching for stuff, I don't want to run for days. You know, I want to go in here and I'm going to kick up my speed to a 6 or a 7 even, and then just zip and just take off, you know, and, you know, go over and do whatever it is I need to do. And then when I'm done, you know, I come flying back real quick, so I can get a lot more stuff kind of done in a shorter period of time. In addition to that, it doesn't use up as much of my hunger when I'm flying around like that. So I don't have to worry so much about keeping food, you know, having to go and spend a lot of time working on food. So just some of the observations that I make about the angel belt and why I prefer to use it. So anyways, I came back over here and I'm going to work on getting together some more items for construction over there, and then I'll be back. I don't know if I showed this or not. I love this. I found these rusted pipes in one of the buildings, and I harvested them and I put them in above my ovens to look like, you know, the chimneys coming out. I love that. That's so cool. Okay, let's get over here and take a peek at what we've got done. So, did I put everything away in there? I'm going to leave you in there too. I'll need you over on this side. So I did put, oh, I need a trunk chest for up on top of there. There we go. So I've got this set up now. So kick this on, it will feed from the back. I'll put the devices in there, it kicks them out down into here. The hopper picks them up, puts them into the chest down below. We've seen this all before, right? Nothing new about that. So we got that set up. We've got the Hammer area set up here. There we go, moving pretty good. So now I need to get a Hammer set up in this area. I'll probably replace all of that with either wood or with brick. Same thing down through here. This is all gonna have to be replaced. Hello, moo cow. That's all gonna have to be replaced. Dug this out a little bit, went ahead and started completing the wall. Realized that I had moved some of this out, so the wall would normally be going through there, but of course that won't allow because of that. So went ahead and moved the wall out just a little bit, and I think that's okay. I mentioned this. I may put in a water wheel here, and if I do, I could hook that water wheel up either onto this one or onto this one. This one makes the most sense, I think, even though we don't use a whole lot of power. But what would be nice about having the water mill hooked up here is I could have it shut off, and then when I need to do the Hammer and, you know, something over here, I could then kick the water wheel on and use that power. I don't know, something I'm thinking about there. I think that's going to do it for this episode on the Rusty Gears server. I'm going to continue to build in this area, and I want to try to get this built up as best I can. And I want to see if I can get everything I need for the cementation furnace. I think that's definitely something I want to put in, like right up here. And then I talked about the road. We're going to bring the road in here and then kind of move it along this edge. Probably take it right up through here like this, right? I'll probably start working on that. So if anybody else comes by and they're like, hey, I want to build a road, they'll kind of see what I've got going on here. And then this area right here, I'm going to build into these little bitty rooms like this. And they're going to be charcoal rooms. So I'm going to set up, I thought about this, usually I'll do like one great big charcoal room and I'll fill it one time, right? Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do several charcoal rooms, and I can fill one and fire it and start filling the next one and leave that one there. So instead of harvesting all the charcoal and putting it in a barrel or in a crate or a chest or whatever, instead of doing that, I can just leave it in the room and then start filling the next one, fire it, start filling the next one, fire it, right? So that should work out pretty good. Being over here close to the tree farm, I think that's going to make more sense. So that way, we don't have to go very far to bring the wood over into this area. Sound good? Okay. Hey, thanks for spending time with me, folks. This is Shino. Next episode, I think we're going to bypass a little bit of this building stuff. I'm going to keep building between episodes, and I'll just show, kind of where we're at in the process as I keep getting more and more of these done. But I think next episode, we're going to start doing some adventuring. See if we can get some of the other Rusty Gears together, see if they want to go out and start doing some exploring, maybe even see if we can find the Residence Archive. I don't know. I'll talk to them between episodes, all right? All right, thanks for spending time with me. This is Shino, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.